Narcissistic and emotional abuse can change your brain's chemistry and memory, your emotions, and it can hinder healing. When you're in a narcissistic relationship, you find that you can't remember events clearly. You've blocked certain things out. You feel anxious all the time. There's the knots in your stomach. It's not just in your head. Abuse impacts your brain, especially the hippocampus and the amygdala. The hippocampus is your memory organizer. The hippocampus is your brain's filing system for the memory. It helps you store events in order and distinguish from the past and the present. Under narcissistic and emotional abuse, constant criticism, emotional chaos floods your brain with stress hormones, and over time your hippocampus can't function in the same way. There's the cortisol damage. Prolonged stress releases cortisol, which is great for short bursts when we actually need it. However, it's incredibly toxic over a prolonged period of time. Chronic abuse keeps those cortisol levels high, shrinking the hippocampus and affecting our memory and our focus. This is why survivors often experience brain fog and struggle to recall some of the most simple of details. There's memory gaps and timeline confusion. Survivors often remember events vividly, like fear, dread, but they lose track of timelines. Gaslighting makes this incredibly worse because you often start doubting your own memory. The amygdala, which is your emotional alarm, it's your brain's detector of threats. Its job is to basically keep you safe. And when it comes to narcissistic abuse, it's on permanent high alert, always scanning for danger, tone changes, signs of conflict. Then there's the emotional hyperreactivity. When your amygdala is overactive, even in safe situations, you feel unsafe. You can overreact emotionally, feel constant anxiety, experience dread without even knowing why. And it's your brain responding to learned danger. And it doesn't help when you're overreacting to something and a narcissist is accusing you of overreacting, even though you're actually reacting in proportion to the abuse you are suffering at that moment in time. It brings on that daily exhaustion. When your hippocampus is struggling to organise the memories, your amygdala is sounding off those alarms all day and all night, the result is emotional fatigue, confusion, a nervous system that feels stuck in survival mode where you might go into fight, flight, freeze or fawn. And the good news is you can heal the neuroplasticity of your brain. The brain cells can heal through neuroplasticity. Calming practices like mindfulness, grounding exercises, therapy, safe relationships can quieten the amygdala. Sleep, physical activity, learning new skills can help restore the hippocampus. Narcissistic and emotional abuse can and will change the brain. However, healing can bring it back with time, with healthy boundaries, with consistency, with self-care. Your memory can clear, emotions rebalance, and life can feel safe again. Life's a journey, so you can be going along and something can come along that just brings back those old memories, those old patterns, and it can trigger you back to where you once were. However, it's about continuing using the methods that work for you until you bring yourself back into the progress that you've already made.